What's up guys, it's Amy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about staying safe when travelling alone. Of course, travelling solo can be dangerous, particularly for women, but travelling alone is also extremely rewarding and you don't have to wait for your friends or your partner to be ready to go somewhere. You can just go yourself. But I think it's important to know how to navigate it rather than letting that fear take over you of travelling alone and then you never do it. So I want to talk to you guys about my tips so that you can be ready to take the leap. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about how you can stay safe when travelling solo. Now I've only recently started travelling solo. Despite living abroad alone, it doesn't really count because it's a bit different to travelling in a city that you're not really familiar with. So as I was saying, I've only just started to do this in the last couple of months, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about what I've already picked up and what I've found has worked for me so far. Because of course travelling alone can be dangerous, yes, particularly for women, for obvious reasons that I'm not going to go into. But travelling alone is also incredibly exciting, and I think it's important to know how to navigate travelling alone rather than letting that fear take over you and never taking the leap and never travelling alone. The first and most important is to act like you know where you're going. Like, this is like my go-to. Posture and attitude is everything in this. So when I'm alone, I often walk fast and with confidence, even if I don't necessarily know where I'm going. I don't want to look like I'm lost or I'm not sure. Or even if I'm actually going the wrong way, I still walk with confidence and I still walk fast so that other people don't realise that I don't belong there. But another option is about your posture. So push your chest out, your shoulders are back, rather than being like slouched and timid, because it's like a given that you don't really know what you're doing. So basically you don't want to attract the fact that you're a tourist and you're technically more vulnerable because you don't know where you are, and mix in. Now, my second favourite thing to do is wear a bum bag at all times, because that means that my valuables are close to me. If the weather is a bit colder, I wear it underneath my coat so that no one can even see that I have any valuables. But if bum bags are not your style, because apparently there's a lot of hate on them, even though it's like my favourite thing to wear, make sure that your valuables are not all in the same bag or all in the same pocket. They're just not all in the same place. Like, if I'm going to dinner, I might bring a handbag with me, and I make sure that like not everything is in the main pocket of the handbag, just in case, like, touch wood. I might put my keys in my jacket pocket, or a credit card in the back pocket of the bag and then one in another pocket, things like that, just to make sure that, touch wood, like, you always have something important. Like, not all of your valuables are in the same place, just in case anything bad does happen. But if you're putting stuff in other pockets, make sure those pockets are secure. Like, it's not, you haven't put your phone or your debit card in your back pocket where someone could just go whoop, because that's not safe. So make sure that these pockets have like zips or concealed pockets. This might be slightly obvious, but if you're not sure 100% of your directions, map out where you're going on your phone beforehand, like before you leave your accommodation. So this is for a few reasons. Number one, you have a rough idea of like what direction you're supposed to be going, if you're passing any famous monuments or anything, like, or you need to go in a certain direction. Two, if you're unsure of how safe an area is, you don't want to be having your phone around looking on the maps all times, because whoop, which also, if you have this, not only can it get whoop, but you also look like you don't know where you're going and are more likely to be targeted. Number three, if your phone runs out of battery or you run out of 3G, you're not completely lost. But come on guys, make sure you charge your phone before you leave. Let's be sensible here, everyone. But once you do leave your accommodation, my favourite thing to do is put your headphones in so that you can listen to their directions rather than looking at the phone. And I really like to do this because it means, again, I'm not having to take my phone out and have it there the whole time. And therefore I can maintain my upright posture, my confident walk, so that I'm not screaming, I'm a tourist, I'm a tourist. Basically, the main thing that you want to do within everything is to assimilate to the culture or the locals as much as possible so that you don't stand out, pretty much. So another thing that you could do to dress according to the local people, like, do they wear sandals or do they wear trainers? There's things like that. So, but the most important, arguably, is do not let strangers know where you are staying or that you're alone. So if you're about to go into your hotel, or you just come from your hotel or your accommodation, you are not staying there. If someone asks you, you are not staying there. You're visiting your friend or a relative or something that you know, so that they don't know where you are going to be all the time, basically. But you do not stay there. If you're waiting somewhere alone, or you're just chilling alone, and someone asks you if you're alone, you are not. You're waiting for your boyfriend to arrive, you're waiting for a group of girlfriends to arrive. You are not alone. But the last important tip that I have for you guys is to make sure that you know the emergency number of the country that you are staying in, just in case. But if in case of emergency you don't know it, and you do have an iPhone, you can just hold the 2 buttons on either side of the phone for like 10 seconds, I think, and it will start ringing this alarm, and it will start ringing the emergency services. But not gonna lie, the only reason why I know that is because more often than not I'm trying to change my volume in the pocket, and I'm like, I haven't quite worked out the phone, I'm pressing the wrong button, and then the emergency services start ringing and I'm like, no, stop. And yeah, it's a bit embarrassing. At least we know that it's there. But those are just some of the ones that I've picked up from travelling alone for a little bit. But of course, and I'm sure there are many, many tips that I need to know. If you guys do have some of your own safety tips that are Bible to you, please do share them in the comments so that we can learn from one another and stay safe ultimately, and enjoy travelling alone, because that's what we're all here for, to enjoy travelling alone. Thanks guys, and enjoy your solo trip. See you in the next one.